Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chris and this is my Zepbound journey. And today I'm doing a small bites video. That's what I call my videos that are not my weekly weigh-in, which is every Wednesday. I have had quite a few questions about what I eat in a day. I have been on Zepbound for 12 weeks. This is week 12 that I'm going into. I did the last shot out of my 5 milligram box. I have done 8 weeks at 2.5 and 4 weeks at 5.5 milligrams. And my next month is 5 milligrams. So I'm titrating up slowly. I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. This is passing along information because Zepbound has been phenomenal for me. I have lost 42 pounds to date, and I'm going to go through what I eat during a regular week because it doesn't vary a lot, but it's interesting enough to keep me, as I have told you before on my other videos, I love food. I love cooking food. I love preparing food. But I am having a pretty good weight loss. These are my balloons that I fill in. So this is how much more weight I want to lose. Not just there. We've got this on the back. So as I lose a pound, I fill in a balloon. But what has been helpful for me, in addition to the eating, is I'm keeping this journal, and this is showing my monthly weight loss. So in March, I lost 25 pounds. I've lost the most so far in March. In April, I lost 11 pounds. And in May, so far, I've lost, I think, 6 pounds if we're 2 weeks into May. I went from losing 10 pounds the first week, and then 5 pounds the second week, then 4, then 4, then 2, then 2, and then 3 every week since then. 3 pounds each week the last 5 weeks. So if I keep losing 3 pounds a week, in 20 weeks I'll reach my goal weight, which is 5 months, right? And I feel like I'm at a stall, but it's not a stall. 1 to 2 pounds a week is very healthy. 3 pounds when you're overweight, I don't think is unhealthy. I feel good. I have enough energy to work out. I can lift weights. I'm not tired anymore being on the medicine. So I'm very happy, and I hope it continues like this and doesn't. It'd be great if I could lose 2 to 3 pounds a week for the next 5 months. We'll see. But anyways, I'm happy with the way it's going right now. I'm happy about the dosage that I'm on. And as far as what I eat, the first week that I did it didn't count. I had a terrible cold. So I did lose 10 pounds, but I pretty much ate like chicken soup. I was so sick. I ate chicken soup and chicken, and I was very afraid of what I was eating because my daughter, who's been on it for almost a year, would talk about how much she throws up if she ate the wrong thing or anything with too much fat in it, or a coffee, goodness forbid. I love coffee. I've not given up coffee. I have 2 cups of coffee in the morning, every morning, with 4 scoops of collagen in it, vital proteins from Costco. For my hair was thinning before I started this. And so, of course, my dog's going to bark. I started the collagen maybe 6 months before, maybe a year, almost between 6 months and a year before I started Zepbound. And I've continued with that because I have noticed between that and using my Shapiro hair care, my hair doesn't seem to be super thin. So, and I worry about that because I've always had very thin hair that falls out. I've never dyed it. I used to perm it when I was younger. I had a perm a few years ago. It didn't look very good, but so I don't do anything to make it fall out. It's just always been really thin. So hairdressers say I have thin hair, but I have a lot of it. So I take collagen and coffee every morning before breakfast. with half and half in it. Not a lot, about a tablespoon. I track it. And then I will try to eat, okay, it differs. When I first take my shot, the first couple days after is, for me, the most hunger suppression. So I may not eat eggs until like 11 o'clock. In general, for most days of the week, I will have my coffee. I'll get Shannon ready for her day of work and clean up, and then make 2 eggs and an egg white, and I'll feed my dogs the egg yolk out of the 3rd egg, so that I have 2 eggs and an egg white for the most protein that I can get in the morning. I lean towards low carb, but I don't completely eliminate foods. I love sourdough bread. I definitely, in looking back, because I had tracked my food January 1st and the first week of January, and there was a lot more food than when I'm on Zepbound. January 1st for breakfast, when I was not on Zepbound, and this is eating healthy: 2 eggs, a 1/3 cup of cottage cheese, a 1/2 cup of organic strawberries, half of an orange, and then my coffee, my creamer, and my collagen. Lunch was an arugula and spinach salad, 1/4 cup cheese with bitchin sauce on it, which I love, salsa, half an avocado, and a handful of crunched up chips. A snack was 3/4 of a bag of Skinny Pop popcorn, and I don't think it was the small bag. I think it was the big bag, not the snack bag. And then dinner was a 1/2 a pork chop, 4 bean noodles with white sauce. 4 bean noodles with white sauce. I don't even know what that is. A small salad with goat cheese, walnut, cucumber, and primal avocado dressing. And I walked 5,000 steps because I missed the first hour of tracking. Oh, I was sick then too. Wow, that's a lot to eat when you're sick. So that's how I ate before I was on Zepbound. Now let's compare and contrast with, I'll just pick Saturday, March 15th. Let's read it. Okay. Saturday the 15th, I had 2 eggs and an egg white for breakfast, half and half in collagen. For lunch, I had 2 ounces of chicken and some bone broth, which fills me up, just Costco bone broth, and a 1/2 of a chocolate protein drink in my coffee. That was probably as a snack. Dinner was small, 1/4 of a hamburger wrapped in a lettuce wrap. Notes: I had my daughter's birthday, Katie, and my notes were great having chicken broth and chicken and protein drink before the event, because I was so full and not tempted by cake, ice cream, pizza, and alcohol, and it was fantastic. So that's one day. Sunday, the 16th. My weekends are a little different because we usually take Shannon to Taco Bell because she loves it. So in the morning, I had coffee, half and half in collagen, and I didn't eat my eggs that morning, probably got busy, and had a bean burrito from Taco Bell for lunch with 5 hot sauces on it and a Diet Pepsi. Dinner was a chicken breast, salad with extra virgin olive oil dressing, 1 slice of sourdough with a little bit of butter. My snacks for that day were a 1/3 cup of roasted edamame that really fills me up, and then another coffee with a 1/2 of a chocolate Fairlife protein in it to get my protein. Only 6,700 steps, but I did garden that day, which is sweaty work on the farm. So I didn't hit my 10,000 steps. Now I'll go to the next day, which is St. Patrick's Day. I went to my mom's house for dinner. 2 eggs in the morning, 1 egg white, half and half, collagen, coffee, and I put a 1/4 bottle of Fairlife in it. I don't usually do that. That must have made me really full. Soup broth for lunch with chicken now, and carrots and celery. So when I do that, I buy the organic chicken broth, the bone broth, that's sipping broth from Costco, but you can get it anywhere. All the grocery stores have bone broth. I get the organic stuff because I am worried about my inflammation, and I'm really working on trying to reduce my inflammation. So I'll take that, and I buy the chicken packs that are from Canada that are organic chicken bites from Costco, And I'll add 1 or 2 if I'm starving, little plastic thingies of those. I think they're 170 calories a piece. So I'll do like 1.5 and feed the other half to my dogs, or just do 1. And then chop up some carrot celery. And if I have it, I will add fresh ginger and fresh turmeric from the grocery store that I chop up with my chopper at the very end, the last 2 minutes, so that it doesn't lose its inflammation properties that it has. So that's one of my favorite lunches, and it's super easy to make. When I have time and it's winter, it's getting hot and humid here and warming up, so I don't do it as much. I make from scratch. I'll take a whole organic chicken, roast it, and then boil it in soup. Use the meat for something else during the week, or some of it, and then have a big bowl of chicken broth in my fridge for the week, and I'll sip at that. It really fills you up. It really helps with inflammation, and it makes you not hungry. And it's less calories than, like, if I'll get a Starbucks, I'll get like a nitro brew with a little bit of cream in it and a stevia in the afternoon if I'm real hungry, or an Earl Grey tea. So let's see, I'll go through a few more days. I just want to give you some ideas of what I eat. Like I said, it is very much the same, but something else that I think is important is not to deprive yourself. So there's a restaurant down the street from here that my husband and I love, and they have a grilled shrimp salad with avocado, and it's a whole avocado, and the whole avocado is like 353 calories. I do track everything, and I'm not going over, but I'm emphasizing protein, but I'm not afraid of fats, especially healthy fats. I used to eat a lot more nuts. I don't do that. I probably should. They're good for you, but I do try to have a couple avocados a week, and that's also helpful for your hair and your skin and all of that. So as I get older, almost 60, I'm trying to get my hair, weird things happen to your hair. My hair's been much more dry and even pre Zepbound. So my husband and I will go to this restaurant, and I'll have a couple times a week, if I can, big salad with 7 grilled shrimp on it, a whole avocado cut in half, very filling. Yesterday I couldn't finish it because yesterday was shot day, so I didn't finish it. I don't like to eat to the point where I feel sick, but I will eat all the shrimp first so that I get my protein ingested first, and then I'll work on the avocado with the lettuce. I put one little thing, it's got a tablespoon of dressing. Yesterday it was jalapeno ranch. I get a whole jalapeno on it, and there's also some chopped up pico de gallo, tomato and onion. I eat it so often that it pops up as a regular thing in my phone, so that's good because it's a lot of tracking. And if I feel like it, I'll get a Diet Coke with it, or I'll usually get a club soda with some lemon. Very filling. I'm out to eat. I don't feel like I'm being deprived, and it's one of my favorite things. There's another place called Tijuana Tacos down the street that has the best tacos that I've gotten outside of moving out of California back to Pennsylvania. Awesome Mexican food. And I used to get, my husband would get 3 tacos. I would get 3 tacos. Now they have 2 tortillas in them. Delicious homemade corn tortillas. Yes, they've got lard in them, yada, yada. When I started dieting in January, I cut it down to 2 tacos, which is really 4 tacos because I would take them apart. I don't eat the 2. They're 2 tiny tortillas, but I would cut them apart. Mentally, I would feel like I was eating more and was more full. And I'd split the spicy pork that's in it and lettuce, and then just put a side of avocado guacamole on it. Now I'm down to 1 taco. I will order 1 taco. No beans or rice on the side. I'll split that taco. So I call it 2 straight tacos with spicy pork on it. And I order a big, not big, but big enough. It's probably about 3/4 of a cup of guacamole, and I'll eat half of it because it fills me up and because it's good for my hair. So I will put a big glob of guacamole on both of those, and it's phenomenal, and I don't feel deprived. And I will get a Diet Pepsi there or a bottle of water. So let's see, I'll pick a few more days to give you an example. And this is really Like, this is how I've been doing it the last almost 3 months. Has it been 3 months now? All of March, all of April, half of May. Yeah, we're in our third month. So let's see. I don't vary. So Thursday of that week, I had coffee, collagen, and half. Now, if I know I'm going out for tacos with my husband, I will sometimes skip my eggs, especially when I'm at a stall. And this was where my weight was slowing down, dropping. So I had my coffee in the morning, and then we probably went for an early lunch, and I had 1.5 tacos because I couldn't finish, and that's one split into two, and a Diet Pepsi. And then, how could that be? Dinner. I'm like, wait a minute, I had a sandwich. For dinner, I had 3/4 of a small Wawa roast beef shorty sub. Now, I love those, and those are, I think 500 calories for the whole thing, but I didn't eat the whole thing. I did 13,900 steps, which means I walked 3 miles at the lake and then tracked the rest of my footsteps. And okay, next day, coffee, collagen, and a whole Fairlife protein. If I don't feel like making eggs or don't have time to make eggs, I will have a chocolate Fairlife protein shake drink. They're delicious. They're super filling. They're 30 grams of protein. Then for lunch, I had a half of a roast turkey sandwich and a diet iced tea. I must have gone out that day. Dinner was chicken salad, Tukasa chicken salad. Oh, I had chicken on a salad. It was actually quite good from Tukasa, one of my favorite restaurants. One other thing that I do, I'll give you one last tip. Applos, APLOS. Now, I am not sponsored by anyone. I'm not an affiliate of anyone on this channel. I am on my art channel, Amazon affiliate. But on this channel, nobody's paying me to say anything. So when I say I take collagen from Costco, I'm not getting kicked back from Vital Proteins. Everything that I say, and I'm sure that people who are affiliates generally pitch things that they believe in. I'm just telling you that these are things that are not given to me. I pay out of my pocket, and I really, really like all of these products enough to tell you about them. The Applos, I will drink at night. I really don't drink much anymore. If you saw my alcohol video, alcohol and Zepbound, it doesn't make me feel good. But I do like winding down at night and having a cocktail, and my husband will have a glass of wine at night. So as we sit and recap our day, I will take a shot of Applos, which is 10 calories, and it's got adaptogenics in it, things that are good for you, and a little bit of hemp for relaxation. No THC, none of that. It's all legal, and I don't need a card to buy it, but it's delicious. And I will mix that with a Diet Reed's ginger beer, which is 0 calories. It does have stevia in it, but ginger is anti-inflammatory and it's delicious. And so I'll have 2 of those. It ends up being 20 calories. It's 10 calories per shot. And then I will take magnesium before I go to bed. Sometimes a melatonin, but always 2 magnesium to help with my digestion. I take Cunol from Costco. Plus it's like dessert because it's a gummy, and I think it has like 40 calories. I don't track that, but I do take it. And really, that's how all my weeks go. I can see when I had a celebratory something. I had beef stew for dinner and 2 bites of carrot cake. Somebody brought a carrot cake. So when somebody brings dessert, and that was homemade beef stew, but if somebody brings dessert, usually I won't eat it, but I'll take a bite or 2 to be polite. And I could never do that before. The appetite suppression has been phenomenal for me. And so I'm not starving whenever I eat this, but I would say eat homemade. I was mentioning my out to eat meals, but a lot of these nights are like 3 cups of chicken soup. Oh, that was super filling because that was liquid. And a half a cup of protein ice cream. Oh, upset stomach. Oh, I had an upset stomach because I got too full, actually. My snack was a cup of chicken broth, and then I had edamame during the day and 2 eggs and an egg white. Chopped salad for lunch, a hamburger patty for dinner with some sauteed spinach. Casatoro for, my normal Wednesday shrimp and guacamole salad or shrimp and avocado salad. Dinner one night, my husband made beef kebabs with peppers and onions. I didn't eat the rice, and I did have salad with balsamic dressing. So sometimes I'll eat a potato here and there. Sometimes, not like a couple bites of potato if he puts it out with like kebabs or with something, just to be polite because he made them and because potatoes are good for you. So, but overall, it's that's a look into what I eat. I try to eat things that I like, but at the same time, I have a good balance, I feel like, between going to restaurants that I like so that I don't feel like I'm being deprived. I have heard people say I went off of Zepbound because I felt like I was deprived or I didn't like food anymore. And so I feel like you might have to make a little bit of an effort to still eat the foods that you like and just eat them in smaller quantities. And do measure, because when I looked back when I was tracking in January, when I really thought, wow, you're eating really healthy. And I was eating really healthy, but it was a lot more food than I'm eating now. We really don't need as much food as we think we do. And tracking it with like something in your phone, I have the app in my phone, or writing it down really makes a big difference. So that's what I eat over several days. I'll do some that are more polished. I really prefer the types of videos where I can just sit and chat and there's not a lot of editing involved. So that's it for today. But if you have any questions, drop them below. And thank you for asking about my eat in a day, and I'll continue to do them and expand upon, some of the culinary choices that so far so good on most of them except for alcohol. So good luck to everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you next Wednesday for weigh-in. Have a great day. Bye.